what a day! What a lovely day!
Get the comfy chair!
Welcome to our monthly overview, our comfy chair for this month. We'll be telling you what we've been watching, good, bad and odd, and also reading and whatever else we've been doing that's good, bad and odd.
Are you tired of film podcasts where the hosts exist in a constant, blissful state of agreement?
I mean, the main characters are two of the dullest main characters I have ever encountered in any film.
Well, you're in luck. Let me introduce you to Chinstroker and Punter. One is an ex-film student with a penchant for David Lynch and art cinema. The other is a man on the street. Listen in perplexed and horrified terror as we tear apart one film a week.
It just really
It's
isn't.
not visually striking.
No.
Just getting confirmation.
It's just that's the third time though. I mean, is this on?
You can find us at chinstrokerversuspunter.podomatic.com. So come and share the vitriol.
Conan, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women. That is good.
Hi Sam.
Hey.
Okay, let's go through our good lists. How many goods have you got?
I don't actually have any bads. for this
Okay, how many goods
it's
have you
all,
got?
They can all be either good or odd.
Well,
really,
sort them into
depending.
good.
I'll
share 'em out.
start with a.
How many
clear.
goods you got though? I got.
Three.
I got 4 goods.
3, but 2 of those can be. 2 of those and 1 of the odds can be counted as one sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Shall I start? Because I got a few more. Do you want to start?
I don't mind.
I'll start. I reread Terry Pratchett's Colour of Magic. I just felt in the mood for that kind of whimsical stuff. I've started to write myself, and I kind of want to get a feel for different writers. I'm trying to read various, but I know what genre I want. Colour of Magic isn't that genre, but it's close. And it's a pretty fun read. Pratchett's really quite entertaining. And I keep doing this. I keep starting and meaning to go through all of them and then stopping, and then I'll reread the first few. So I've read the first 2, I think, several times, and I've read some of the earlier ones more than a couple of times, like Mort. But I think I'm going to try and do them in order now. So Colour of Magic, it's good fun. It's a good read, and I'll be reading the second one at some point in the near future. Have you ever read any Pratchett?
No, I've listened to audio. I think I may have actually listened to the entirety of Mort on audiobook.
Yeah, Mort's fun. Mort's fun.
I've listened to
is
bits and pieces of everything out of a few others. So.
I always find Death as a character is
Yeah.
really fun, and I think my favourite character is probably Death, and I also like Cohen the Barbarian, this ancient, like this old bloke, really old bloke who's a barbarian. It's kind of funny. Anyway, yeah. So that's my first good.
Okay, so if you recall, I mentioned a couple of months back that I was playing Guild Wars 2.
You did?
It's like it's an MMO, massively multiplayer online game.
Yeah.
There is an expansion for it coming out in a few weeks, and so they've been doing beta weekends for it.
Oh, okay.
So they've been letting people try out the new classes and all the new abilities.
Oh,
And I've been
okay.
taking part in that. So, and it's been really fun.
So you're looking forward to the new
Yeah.
stuff coming out?
It's
It's PC, isn't it? Is it just
yeah,
PC?
it's just PC, but if you want to give it a try, they've actually recently made it free to play.
Nice.
So,
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty
yeah.
cool. Okay, my next one is Woman in Black. I think it's a really, well, not really good, but I think there's it's definitely got its charms. There's a middle section where Daniel Radcliffe or Arthur Kipps in the film is caught in a house alone, which is really masterful. It's a really suspenseful piece of filmmaking. I really enjoy it. Even though it's a rating 12, it's pretty tense stuff.
Yeah.
And I kind of just like the whole film. It's got a really nice vibe that I think works. Quite a good film from Daniel Radcliffe there. So that's me. Did you watch that?
I watched like the first 10 minutes.
Oh,
and then
okay,
I
it's
just
not your
went
cup
off
of
to
tea,
do
really.
something.
All right, okay. Back to you then.
Okay. I've been playing the Dragon Age series, all 3 of them. So that's been pretty fun and time consuming. So
On Xbox
that would be
or PS or a bit of both?
I've got the first 2, Dragon Age Origins and 2, on 360, and the most recent one, Inquisition, which again is getting an expansion soon, on PlayStation 4. But luckily, there's like software on the EA website that lets you like port what happened.
Oh, that's really cool.
Because there's stuff has knock-on effects through the games. Like in the first game, one of your romances turns up in the last game.
Okay.
And she can have a kid.
I see.
So, yeah. But, yeah, they're all pretty fun. They all sort of... they're all really fun to play, except 2, which is much sort of smaller scale in comparison to the others.
Is it?
Yeah, instead of being like, protect the world from this archdemon, or protect the world from a huge hole to hell, it's just like, go around and help people out. That's it.
I've definitely. I remember playing the first. I really like the first one. I like it way more than say Skyrim and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those Skyrim's
My
obviously
only real
much
complaint with the first one is, oh my god, the combat's awful.
Possibly, I do remember. I thought the voice acting was really good, and the plotting was really good. The CG, the face stuff wasn't great.
Yeah, they did look a bit sort of robotic.
I like the gameplay, but I can't remember. To be honest, it's been ages since
they've kind of solved that by Inquisition, though. You still have occasional problems, like I'm playing as a race that's much bigger than all the others, so occasionally his I don't know if like the animation messes up and it like links it up to a smaller frame. No, it's just like it's instead of having his arms held out, he's got it like bent and really close to his chest.
Oh, okay.
Sort of thing.
Right. Dragon Age, I remember the first one being pretty solid.
Yeah.
I really quite enjoyed it. Okay, my next choice. Oh, I've closed my list down. Hold on. My next choice is a film with Jake Gyllenhaal called Nightcrawler, where he's like this scuzzy. This guy who's not. I'm not quite sure
He's
if
a
he's.
reporter, isn't he?
Yeah, he's kind of he's got like a very blank, almost psychopathic personality, but he's not like killing people. I mean, he just doesn't seem to have any emotions. Yeah. And he reads a lot of self-help books and he can quote them back to you. So it's something not quite right about him.
Yeah.
But basically, he realizes he can make money by getting to like things like crash sites or robberies. And if he gets the first footage, he could sell it on. So as he does this, he gets better and better equipment, and he has to deal with that. And basically, this, and he's always doing stuff at night as well.
Yeah.
And he gets a little shady what he's up to. I don't think he does anything illegal, but he doesn't act like someone with a conscience. Let's put it that way. You know, he'll film anything. He'll film someone while they're dying rather than help them. Say. Stuff like that. And he does some very shady things. I really liked it. I think it was quite good. I'd say it's probably 8 out of 10 for me. It was kind of dark, though, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, over to you.
That's all for good.
Okay, well, I've got one more good. Shall I just finish now?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a game, Munchkin.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I can talk about this.
It's a really fun card game. I kind of wasn't sure it was going to be fun, but we watched, or I think I watched it, then we watched it together.
I showed that to you ages ago.
The game,
you said, "Oh no, it looks boring. That was too complicated."
But I did see on YouTube. There's a channel. Will Wheaton runs this show where he talks about games, tabletop games.
That's what I showed you.
Okay, all right. But I watched it again and I really enjoyed it. Anyway, we've tried it and we really, really quite like it. Actually, it's good fun, isn't it? We got the board game. It's definitely one to try. You have to persist and play a few games before you get into the proper swing of it.
Yeah.
But once you realise you're meant to be double crossing people and trying to put people down, it gets a lot more fun. It's a good game. It definitely one I intend to play again soon. Right, should we get into our bad, or did you say you've not got any?
I've not got any bad. I've got odd.
I got a bad feeling about this.
I've got a couple of bad, so I'll just rattle through those. The first bad is Woman in Black 2. it had some bits that were okay, but really it was quite a poor take on the first film. It wasn't scary. It looked nice and it was acted nicely, but the story was poor. It wasn't scary. It was kind of all. It was kind of a bit of a bore, frankly.
Yeah.
And my second one was a film that's held in kind of high regard, but I watched it and I thought, wow. It's a film by Brian De Palma called Dressed to Kill.
Okay.
With Michael Caine as a psychiatrist and Angie Dickinson that's in the first part. She dies early. Basically, Brian De Palma is obviously obsessed with Hitchcock and he's trying to do Hitchcock all the way through, but he's kind of let down by two things: a rather poor script, and one of the central performers is Nancy Allen in as this like high class prostitute who's like the target of this killer. Is a terrible actress in this. It comes across really badly. Now, I think that's partly down to the director because Michael Caine's in this and he doesn't appear to be acting very well. So I think the way the directors directed these people or shot them it just makes them look like they're doing a really cheap amateur dramatics rather than a real film.
Yeah.
And I think he's trying to ape Hitchcock's style in this and it just doesn't work. It's got its moments. I'm trying to work it. In fact, let me put a 30-second spoiler on this film if you haven't watched it. Here we go. Michael Caine is the psychopathic slasher transvestite. Basically, it's a woman slashing up people, but the first time you see it, you think, that's Michael Caine in a wig. And it kind of... And I'm not sure if I kind of knew it anyway, but that may have influenced me. But it looked to me, as soon as I saw it, I thought, that looks like Michael Caine in a wig. So it kind of doesn't really work. It didn't work, really, for me, this film. I thought it was goofy as anything. So some people do report it gets better than subsequent watches. I'm never going to watch it again, I have to say. Right, so that's my bad. So, Odd?
I'm an agent of chaos. Oh, and you know the thing about chaos? It's fear.
I read a comic series called Death Vigil, which is about these people that work for the Angel of Death, fighting necromancers.
Okay. Is it an anime? Because that's your
No,
usual
it's not an
one.
anime. It's just a
American?
comic book. Yeah, I think the guy may be Swedish, but he does write stuff. He does do art for DC. I think it's DC. He does art for Witchblade.
Okay,
Which
it's
is a
called
fairly prolific comic book, so.
Death Vigil.
Yeah, Death Vigil.
It's a series, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of that. Was it black and white colour?
No, it's like this. It's colour, but it's like weirdly. He's very stylized. This guy's art. So.
Is it a style you enjoy, presumably?
Yeah, it's really sort of fun to read because.
I prefer stylized. I've got to say.
Yeah.
Though some art is just perfect, without being necessarily. I suppose most art is stylized in one way or another.
Yeah.
I haven't said all that. So you're enjoying that? You still reading it, or have you finished?
I think I'm up to date at the moment. So.
Oh, cool. Okay, my odd is a Clive Barker film that's on Netflix called Nightbreed. This nearly went in my bad because I didn't enjoy it that much, but it was just so weird. There was a lot of interesting creature design in it. And it was, I think Clive Barker's only directed 2 films, Hellraiser, which I really like, especially the horrific elements of it. The day-to-day stuff not so good, but the actual stuff with Pinhead's fantastic. And this was Nightbreed, basically a city of monsters living in a graveyard, and they're being hunted by this guy that hunts monsters, and it was kind of a bit goofy. It didn't make much sense, didn't hang together very well. The main actors weren't very good. It had all these problems.
That sounds... Why haven't you put that in the bad?
Because I thought it had enough in it to make it interesting. I'm glad I saw it, let's put it that way. Whereas Dressed to Kill, if I'd have known how I felt about it, I probably wouldn't have even bothered watching it. Whereas this, I probably would have anyway. I'd say, yeah, give it a watch anyway. And this is like a director's cut, because apparently the first cut was completely incoherent. This was a cut that 2 hours, I think it was, where some of the issues have been resolved, but it was still quite incoherent. Actions didn't feel organic in the way that people act. A guy decision making seemed to be all over the place. It was inconsistent, stuff like that. And that kind of takes you out of it, especially when it's not a good actor.
Yeah.
Some good actors can sometimes sell that kind of thing, you know. If you put something like, I don't know, Patrick Stewart and something like that, he can sell goofy stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, if you're a bad actor, you're not going to be able to.
No.
And that doesn't help. Okay, over to you.
Okay, I've got a few games recently, and one of those was one of them was one of the Dragon Age games, but another was a game called Infamous. Now you might have heard of this. It was
I've heard of it. I don't know anything.
It's
about
the rival game to Prototype, which we both played.
Yeah,
liked.
Prototype was fun. In fact, you know what? We talked about Dracula Untold recently. Bits of Dracula Untold reminded me of Prototype.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, go on.
But this game, instead of being themed around weird, fleshy superpowers that let you shapeshift and whatnot, this is all about electricity.
Oh, so you're like Electro.
Yeah, kind of. But what really makes this game odd is everyone is incredibly blasé about it. No one seems like really shocked when a guy can go like
Shocked. Is that a pun?
No, well, it wasn't intended to be.
Go on.
But no one seems particularly shocked when you start throwing lightning bolts, and everyone still, even like when you're you can like drain the entire power of a city and then use it to annihilate people. Like, these thugs will still try and start stuff with you. It's just a really weird sort of, not tone, but yeah, in fact, tone would be the right word. They like play it up like this power is a really serious thing and everything, and no one takes it seriously.
Weird. That sounds weird.
Yeah, it's a bizarre game.
But you like it though.
Yeah, it was fun.
PS4 again, is it?
No, this is PS3. It's a PS3 exclusive.
Right. My next one is a Japanese. It's not quite a horror. No, it is a horror film. Actually, it's horror in terms of realistic horror. It's called Audition. Have you heard of this one?
No.
Whoa, this is really something. The first half, you're thinking you're watching kind of a drama that isn't great about a guy that's lonely and wants to sort of get married again, and his friend says, well, I run this sort of film company, let's do an audition, but we're really looking for your future wife rather than an actress. It's kind of a bit sleazy from that point of view, and he meets this girl who seems really nice. Right, I'm going to spoil it again. But there's a scene in it about halfway through where she's sitting there, obviously waiting for him to phone. And he phones. And by the way, she sits in this apartment where nothing's happening, but there's this sack in the middle of the floor. So you think, is that rubbish or clothes or something? And she's sitting there waiting on the phone. And then he does phone, and you see the phone go. And then the bag shifts like there's someone in it. And that's the weird bit. You think, this is, I'm not in Kansas anymore. But it gets worse and worse. She basically tortures him. She gets him and starts torturing him. She's mad as a box of frogs, and it turns out she's been killing people and cutting people up. There's a guy in her apartment. The guy in the sack is a guy with like no feet, and I think his tongue was cut out. And man, it's really weird. I'm never going to watch it again. I'm kind of glad I saw it, but it was hard to watch from that sense of view.
Yeah.
There was definitely some artistry gone into it, and it was kind of worthwhile, but it was like more of an ordeal than fun. Let's put it that way. It was worth seeing, I think, but you have to be...
I think I may have seen a clip from this. Is this the one where she starts using like piano wire or something?
Yes,
to, like,
and chops off his foot.
Saw off.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's the one. She sticks needles in his eyes.
I didn't know it being a Japanese horror film. I assumed it was something worse. I only saw her going like, "This wire is so thin you can cut stuff with it," and then it cuts.
She does. She does.
Sawing something off with it.
Yeah, that happens.
But because it was a Japanese film, I assumed it was something else.
No,
what I'm saying.
oh, I see. No, it was his feet. Okay, over to you again.
Okay. This is the last sort of thing I've got. It's actually two games, really. It's Transformers War for Cybertron and Transformers Fall of Cybertron. these games are weird in that they bizarrely managed to make Transformers somewhat gritty.
Weird. Is it? Sorry, was the first one War of Cybertron?
War for Cybertron.
Okay.
It's weirdly gritty in that they take everything dead serious. They do mess about.
That is not Transformers at all. Well, not the Michael Bay Transformers.
No.
Okay.
That's how Transformers is, though. Regular Transformers.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
And what's cool is they've managed to, like, if all the vehicles look sort of futury. They look like they don't look like Earth vehicles, though. So
sounds kind of cool.
yeah,
it's a fun
really
game.
Fun. It's like a third-person shooter.
Is this on PS4?
PS3, I've got it on, but you can get it on
they're
PS2,
fairly old games then.
on Xbox 360.
Oh, okay. PS3. So fun, is it?
Yeah.
What's the transform mechanics like?
They're pretty good, but you generally won't use them unless you're... Because you only really use them if you need to get somewhere quickly, and you rarely do. So.
Right, I see. Cool. Okay, I mean that's kind of sounds fun. I think those games play well for short bursts. Those kind of games, they're not like really long extended games in the way Dragon Age are, but they're kind of fun to play an hour or two here or there.
It is. You do kind of get it for the way the characters interact, because you can play as the villains.
Oh, okay.
So you can be like Megatron shouting at people as he kills them, and with like a mace or something.
Oh, I see.
It's really funny.
Yeah. Sounds cool. Right, my last one is a film called Outpost. Basically, a gang of mercenaries in Eastern Europe. They've been paid to go and get some sort of equipment from somewhere, and they turn up. It's obviously not just there for equipment, and it turns out it was a Nazi experiment into some sort of super soldier, but extra dimensional stuff. And basically it's a bit like, imagine, what is it, Dead Snow, with the ghost Nazis kind of stuff, zombie Nazis. It's a bit like that, but without any laughs or humour. Everything's greyed out. It's meant to be a super gritty film. Ray Stevenson in it as the head of the, who was in the Punisher Warzone.
Yeah.
As the head, like, mercenary. And they're basically being picked off by these Nazi things that appear and disappear at will, and stuff like that. And they just snatch people. It was all right. It wasn't great. It was short. It was odd, though. It was like, who's this? Because I couldn't quite work. It wasn't scary. It was more... I guess there was some suspense.
Yeah.
But it was like... They could colour it up a bit and make it a little more fun. And the problem with films like this is, if you pepper it with really salty, funny dialogue, the way that Dog Soldiers did, it makes it way more entertaining. But they didn't have much of that. They had enough to make it okay. And it was an okay watch. But it was odd. I couldn't figure out... Was this a direct video on demand film? I don't know what it was about. But there's been 2 more made since. So, it was like...
What's this called?
It was like a film version of Wolfenstein.
What's this called?
It's called Outpost. But without it needed a bit more of something, either more scares or more action to really work. And it was like a 5 or 6 out of 10 tops.
Yeah. If
it had a bit more fun, and I don't mean fun and light-hearted necessarily, but more like gritty, funny dialogue, deadpan dialogue. I think it just was. The actors were good, that's good actors. With a slightly better script, it could have really crackled, but it was kind of let down. But it wasn't bad. I wouldn't say it was bad. It's just
this looks really goofy from what I'm reading.
It was
on
kind
Wikipedia.
of weird and goofy. In fact, it was kind of not quite. I wouldn't say Lovecraftian, but there was definitely some extra dimensional, due to weird physics going on, kind of stuff. So it was it did remind me of Wolfenstein above all other things. It was like a film version of Wolfenstein, really.
Yeah.
You could have put Wolfenstein on it might have still worked, kind of. All right, then. I think that winds it up, then.
Yeah.
For this month. Not as much as usual, but, that's the way it is sometimes. I mean, we had loads last month, so,
Yeah.
All right, so bye from me.
Bye.